Welcome to an episode of Abyss to Zinc. I'm your host, future Hall of Famer Scotty B. Gonna bring in Moondog, always late, Andrew, who just got talked to about being late because we had a nice little chat today about Dark Side of the Ring with Mr. Terry Gordy. We're also gonna do our show Abyss to Zinc, which if we get some new viewers today. Andrew, go ahead and explain the Abyss to Zinc to the people because you're better at than I am.
Sure. What we're doing is we're going to attempt to watch each and every Tom Zenk match that exists on tape. Well, on YouTube, or perhaps Daily Motion or Vimeo, if it comes to it. But we're also doing every Hillbilly Gym match as well, for reasons. Just mostly just to mix it up.
Oh yeah, it gets a little boring with Snake every time. Keep going.
But it's not necessarily about Tom Zink. It's about the participants that are in his match, what was going on during that era, which is why, Scotty, full disclosure, I can't wait till we start doing a wrestler that was around when we're adults, as opposed because initially it was a great idea, but there's only so much I can say about what I was doing at that time, and you as well.
Well, the next one is actually we're not even born for some of his stuff, and
That's true.
also he's long. Like I think he retires in what? Oh, he's still wrestling in '07 and stuff. I guess. So anyway,
2016.
well there you go. Okay, so we'll get off that. That's how Business Inc. works. Few things to go with. Talk about my what I wanted to, but no one's gonna fucking do it. Basically, I'm gonna be really quick about it. It's all about people arguing on the internet about wrestling. I'm gonna do a debate podcast. You're welcome to come on. Two main rules. One main rule: respect your other person you're debating with, and don't cut them off when they're talking. And Andrew, tell the people about the contest we have going.
Well, it was 2017, so I was off by a year. But I mean, that's still quite a chunk of time that we'll be tackling. So
Mhm.
I just think that it'll be more interesting as opposed to only talking about our kids and early teens, really. Um,
Sorry, we'll talk about the contest we have going on. Let's get to the show.
yeah, as soon as we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to give away a 3-month paid subscription to YouTube Premium.
Fair enough. And YouTube Premium's really good, people, because you also
Yeah.
get YouTube Music with it. So you get your video and your music. And YouTube Music is good, by the way. It's not. Don't look at it as like a knockoff of Spotify. It's actually personally, I think it's better than Spotify. All right. So the show today, we're jumping into. It's actually. Do you want to talk about the Dark Side of the Ring first? Get into the. We'll do the show, or do you want to talk about Dark Side of the Ring later?
I think we can weave it in through the telling of the match because I mean, look
Well,
who one of the participants is, of course,
yeah. We'll
the
bring it up now.
legendary Terry Bam Bam Gordy.
We'll bring it up now because it's fresh. My views on it, good. I mean, it sucks what happened to him because it was true that he had that stroke. But I mean, I'm not trying to shame the man, but drugs will do that to you. You know,
Hmm.
that's what happens when you do lots of drugs. Like, eventually, something bad's gonna happen. I'm very happy they made Feinstein look like a bag of shit that he is. Like,
Yeah.
it's not because that interview was there's no need for the interview. Like, and I'll say something. I want to say something here real quickly. I also do. I'll put myself full screen. I also do deal with harness racing because it's my past, right? And I run a website and I've interviewed people. So I basically do shoot interviews with old drivers, right? And basically, I've had, I've never had a driver that wasn't good. I don't per se. But I've never had an interview that didn't go well. But I've had an interview where I had a co-host totally screw it up, and I didn't air. What I'm trying to get at, our video should never sold that video to anybody. That should never been on the market because obviously Terry wasn't in shape to be doing that interview. What are you doing right now?
What do you mean?
Well, you seem like you're distracted or something. What?
No, while you were talking, I ran to get my vape because I left it over there. So
Okay, so anyway, what that's and the thing is, like, yeah, it was sad to see how bad he got. Like, because he was in really rough shape, man. He was didn't know what was going on. I'll give WWE the credits. I don't know if them putting a mask on him was to protect him because they're pretty slimy people, but we'll give them that. I mean, he
well,
had a good
Michael
match.
Hayes had some sway, So Michael Hayes done the job, but also realized that this would be tarnishing the legacy because what they're saying about Terry Gordy is true. Terry Gordy is where is he on my list? Did you rank him?
I can't remember now. I probably did.
I have him at 14 all time.
Hmm.
So he's a really good professional wrestler. And post overdose, night and day. Like he had some glimmers, like they talked about the cactus match,
Yeah, you had a good match with Cactus in that one. Yeah.
and also not a bad match against Raven in ECW.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, a lot different than before he overdosed. So it was a good, I thought it was a good Dark Side of the Ring. It's not something I didn't like hear anything I didn't know, but I do like the idea that they made Feinstein look like a bag of shit because that was a dirty thing that they interviewed him. And again, as I was saying, I've interviewed people before, and I interviewed one guy one time. It didn't end bad, but he told me I've landed on my head a lot of times, man. I don't remember a lot of stuff. He remembered everything, but like just so respect the people. That's the thing. And Feinstein's a bag of shit.
Oh,
They
he's one of
deserve,
the worst people. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. Well, I was about to say I don't know how he still gets work, but I mean, it's the wrestling industry. It's
yeah.
he,
Bucks
he's
well if
he's
that worked.
wild.
Yeah, he's mild compared to Vince. All right, let's jump into the match we're doing today is going to be the Fabulous Freebirds, which is Terry Bam Bam Gordy, Michael P.S. Hayes, and Buddy Roberts against Tommy Zink, Jerry Blackwell, and Old Man Larry the Axe Henning. And that's from August 22nd, 1985. My brother's birthday, by the way, but he is minus 3 years old at this point. He's not alive yet. But my father's birthday is the day before. So my father would have been, I think he would have been, hold on a second, he was born in 51, so it's 81. Would have been 33, which is that's kind of funny. All right, let's jump into the champions of the day. For this day, who's WWF Heavyweight Champion?
Oh, I'm gonna guess, and this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with Hulk Hogan.
You are correct, my friend. Who is the Intercontinental Champion? I had to look this one up.
This one's tough.
Yeah, I'd look it up.
What was the date again?
August 22nd, 85.
Is it Tito?
Yes, it is Tito Santana. Who are the tag team champions? WWF tag team champions.
That's another tough one. Is it the Dream Team?
It is not yet.
Oh,
It's still U.S. West. They're going to win it in 2 days.
oh wow.
Dream Team's win it in 2 days, yeah. Who is the women's champion?
Wendy Richter?
You are correct. The Cyndi Lauper. I always thought Cyndi Lauper was kind of hot. Tag team women's champions.
Is it the Glamour Girls?
You don't say every fucking time. NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Ric Flair.
You are correct. NWA Tag Team Champions.
This is always a very tough one for me because this title is switched a lot. Is it the Rock and Roll Express?
You are correct.
Oh.
NWA US Champion.
Is it Nikita? Tully. Right,
Yeah.
that's at E6.
This one's a fun one. NWA 6-man Tag Team Champions.
Is it the Russians?
It's not. It's no photo found. Because I couldn't find a photo. It's Manny Fernandez, Buzz Taylor, and Sam Houston.
Oh wow, I never would have guessed that.
I looked it up and I was like, well, I can't find that. And the TV champion.
Is this Dusty?
It is Dusty. That's correct. Let's take a look at our comments. No comments yet because we have no viewers. Who's the AWA World Heavyweight Champion?
My boy, Rick Martel.
Ricky Martel, you are correct. Who are the tag team champions of the AWA?
Road Warriors.
You are correct. Who is the women's champion?
Candy Divine.
You are also correct. And who is the light heavyweight champion?
Is it your boy Bucky?
No, Bucky, not this
Steve.
time.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn
No,
it.
it's all right. So we have some birthdays on this day also. Turning 32 years old is Paul Ellering. Turning 27 years old, Stevie Ray. And you can guess this one. A current. Oh, I can't give it away. Damn it, you'll know right away who it is.
Well, current is enough, I guess.
Somebody was born on this day.
Oh, really?
Two people were born on this day. You try to guess it.
Trying to think. Cody Rhodes and
No, if Cody Rhodes was born on August 22nd, that would be the day of all days. It'd just be Cody's day. The world would stop. No, I'll show you who it is.
oh, fun.
Yeah, they were born on this day, little bastards. All right, so let's jump into the match. I did watch it when I was actually putting together this beautiful slideshow that nobody's gonna watch because nobody's watching our fucking stream.
Well, not live, but I mean, Abyss to Zenk is all about the experience. Whenever you're in the mood.
Okay, I'm turning this. I'm going to turn this off right now because you're not even talking about the match. Not even talking about the match. We just stick with the match.
Sure.
So bring the match on. So I'll tell you one thing I noticed with this match really quickly. Jerry Blackwell is really fucking over, and he's a terrifying menace to this team of the Freebirds. They're absolutely scared to death of him.
It's funny you should say that because I don't know if you remember my very first podcast guest as an experience was talking about Grand Prix wrestling. This would have been back in 2011 or 2010, and one of the things that we discussed at that time was Jerry Blackwell, because Dylan, one of the co-hosts, was a big Jerry Blackwell guy. And one of the myths about AWA is that as soon as Hogan and the Road Warriors left, that they just crumbled. But Blackwell was over, and he was drawing crowds long after Hogan was gone. And if the Road Warriors were out in Japan, or because they worked Mid Atlantic too, I mean they were all over the place.
Yeah, well, I mean, there goes the whole match right there. So let's talk about the match itself. I'm gonna bring it back up again. I found it was a lot of like cat and mouse kind of thing. It was got a little bit annoying, but the crowd was really into that. Like they were definitely hot for the match. What did you feel about it?
I liked the idea of Terry Gordy playing the cowardly heel. It wasn't a typical performance from him.
Yeah,
And
I found it odd too. Go ahead.
And it was the right call for the match in order to give it some intrigue, in order to separate it from, okay, so our two big bulls from each team, even though Larry Henning's no small guy.
See him doing the dancing on the corner when he was dancing and stuff. That was a little weird. Seeing Larry Hennig dancing. I found this match basically it's a lot of Zenk getting the shit kicked out of him, but Zenk's the rookie, so I mean,
yeah,
that kind of goes with it. What was the finish again of this match?
The finish was, I believe it was Blackwell and Zenk on Hayes.
Okay.
Or maybe it was Gordy. No, I think it was Hayes. Hell,
well,
buddy.
Either way, it was a good match. I'll give it 2.5 if we're gonna go stars.
Yeah, it was probably the longest match that we've had since we've.
But it didn't feel that it didn't feel that long. I've had matches that were 4 minutes that felt like it was an hour. Like I mean, it was a good match. I'll give it 3. I'll be nice to give it 3 stars.
Well, I mean, we might as well call ourselves a trios podcast from all the 6-mans we've been doing lately, and there's no better 6-man unit for my money than
Demolition.
Well, I thought you would have said the Shield, because I know that.
Hey, listen, man, I don't like Modern WWE, but I'll say one thing: Shield and the Wyatt family had a good run.
Hey, they both featured very prominently on my top 100 factions that you're too chicken shit to do, and I still have in my notes.
You and your fucking list.
It's
Even that
there.
fucking
It's there
list.
waiting for whenever
It's
you grow a pair.
it's
One of
gonna be
these days.
wait. No, it's gonna be waiting a long fucking time.
I know. It will
Let's
be.
jump into the shows of the day. Let's get off that topic in there.
Let's do this.
So we have AWA Winnipeg. I'm gonna read this out to everybody, and well, everybody's not listening.
That's where we are.
Long riders. Bill Irwin, Scott Irwin defeated everyone's favorite Buck Zumhoff and Rick Steiner. Larry ZZ Sabisco and Scott Hall ended in a time limit draw. Oh my sweet Jesus, the whole front row would be dead. They're just snoring. Turn it, Mom. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, Mom. Don't worry. Bob Brown defeated Man Mountain Mike. Tom Sink defeated Steve Regal. Baron Von Raschke defeated Nick Bachman by count out. Jerry Blackwell, Larry Henning, and Tom Zenk defeated the fabulous Freebirds. And for the AWA World Heavyweight Championship, are you ready for this one? Boris Zukov defeated Rick Martel by DQ.
Oof.
Oh my God. Average age of wrestler 33.9 years old.
To be fair to Boris Zukov,
Yeah, Boris Zukov. Yeah.
his transformation from Private Jim Nelson to going to another territory, taking a shot as a Russian, and doing not a bad job at that level. But once he goes in the WF and he's Nikolai's second, like he's pretty much Nikolai Jr.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's
All right.
just I mean, who wants to be like even associated with Nikolai Volkov? No offense to at that point, because he was completely washed, and nobody's favorite wrestler was Nikolai. But that's beside the point.
My favorite wrestler when I was 10 was George Steele. So I mean that was 88. That's how weird I was.
Right here, right now, who's your favorite wrestler?
Osprey.
No, I'm not. I mean, in August 11, 1985.
Probably Hogan, I'm guessing. All right, so WCW or NWA, sorry. This is in Township Auditorium in Columbia, South Carolina. Arn Anderson defeated Sam Houston. A bunkhouse match, Ron Bass defeated Buddy Landell. NWA US Heavyweight Championship, Tully Blanchard defeated Magnum TA. In a bull rope match, Dusty Rhodes defeated Ole Anderson. The World Tag Team titles, Rock and Roll Express defeated Ivan Koloff and Crusher Khrushchev. And the World Heavyweight title match, Ric Flair defeated Nikita Koloff by DQ. Let me go back. And I'm going to do one more JCP, and then you're going to do the All Japan Women one. Okay? So, the next one for Jim Crockett Promotions, Nelson County High School in Livingston, Virginia. Denny Brown and Rising Sun versus Stony Burke and Ricky Reeves. No finish. Abdul the Butcher versus Starship Eagle. No finish. We don't got one. Mexican Deathmatch, the Barbarian against Manny Fernandez. In the main event, dog collar match, Jimmy Valiant versus Paul Jones. Average age of wrestler 37.9. So that's old men in that one. Let's get that All Japan Women one up there. Or while you're doing that, I can do another one.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. I'll do WF in Rochester, New York. All right, this one is in the Rochester Community War Memorial. Okay, we have Bret Hart over Paul Roma, King Kong Bundy over Jose Luis Rivera, Cobra Cursor over Steve Lombardi, Adrian Adonis over Ivan Putski. For the WWF IC title, we have Tito Santana over Great Hammer Valentine. For the World Heavyweight Championship, we have Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham over Bob Orton Jr. and Roddy Piper. And it's Springfield, Mass. For that Springfield, Massachusetts Civic Center, we have Lanny Poff over Terry Gibbs, Mike Sharp over Sweet Hansen, Missing Link over Tony Gurria, Ricky Steamboat over Don Morocco by DQ, Cousin Jr. over Brutus Beefcake by DQ, Randy Savage over Rick McGraw. And this is a very strange main event. Junkyard Dog and everyone's favorite Steve Gatorwolf defeated Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. Average age of wrestler 35.2 years.
Oof, that's shit.
That's a bad show. You got your All Japan Women up for me?
I do. So
okay, let's go with it.
This is at the Nippon Budokan in Tokyo, Japan. Opener is Yumi Ogura and Mika Komatsu defeated Jumbo Hart and Kazui Nagart. Oh, sorry, Nagahori. Monster Ripper defeated Yukari Omori. In a 2 out of 3 falls match, Bull Nakano and Dup Dump Matsumoto defeated Norio Takeno and Idzuki Yamazaki by countout in 11 minutes and 53 seconds. In a WWA All Pacific title match, Chiguso Nagayo versus Devil Masami ended without a winner in 36 minutes and 52 seconds.
Holy shit.
And in the main event, WWA singles title match, Jaguar Yakuda defeated Lioness Asuka in 24 minutes and 20 seconds. Average age of the wrestlers,
12 years old.
21.2.
That's some young ladies right there. I'm
That
gonna go.
is a stacked card for some young girls who are like outworked in some of these
Oh,
shows.
if you're gonna watch every show, that'd probably be the best show of the day. But I'm still going with the JCP one.
Yeah,
But
I
I mean
agree.
that one definitely doesn't hurt anybody. Okay, we're jumping into sports. We only got one sport because it's summer, so we got baseball. Chicago Cubs at Atlanta Braves.
4-2 Cubs.
3-2 Cubs. Texas Rangers at the Boston Red Sox. You're really upset with that. They get that wrong. You're not going to be able to sleep
I
tonight.
was this close because I was thinking 3-2. I was like, no, I'll give them an extra run, and that look what it did. 5-0 White Sox.
8-4 Red Sox. New York Yankees at the California Anaheim, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, California Angels of Anaheim. You know, one of them names.
7-4 Yankees.
3-2 California. Kansas City Royals at the Chicago White Sox.
4-3 Kansas City.
7-3 Kansas City. You're St. Louis Cardinals at the Houston Astros.
5-4 Cardinals.
2-1 Cardinals. San Diego Padres at the Montreal Expos.
Well, we're doing it, so let's go 3-0 Expos.
3-0, but not for the Expos.
Oh, fucking shit.
They never win, man.
No,
Okay,
because I was gonna like pick the Padres, but I was like, no, I gotta go with my team. Because Cardinals weren't my team in 1985.
San Francisco Giants at the 9 Mets.
Let's go 8-4 Mets.
7-0 Mets.
Hmm.
Detroit Tigers at the Oakland Athletics.
5-3 Detroit.
You're right. Yeah, you got it right. Yeah, in 13 innings. Los Angeles Dodgers at the Philadelphia Phillies.
7-6 Phillies.
2-0 Phillies. Cincinnati Reds at the Pittsburgh Pirates.
4-1 Pirates.
5-1. You were close. Baltimore Orioles at the Seattle Mariners.
4-0 Mariners.
Let's see what we got there. Wait, look at that shit up.
No? Why was that what it was?
Yeah, you got it right. Look at you.
How about that? I willed that shit.
Who
I
is the
had double
top?
right in the same one. That's
He's pretty exciting. Who's the top team in the American League?
ugh, this is tougher. We're in August.
August 22nd.
It's late. I'm gonna go Kansas City. Blue Jays.
And I'll say this. I'm not a big Blue Jays fan at all, as you know, but I'll give them credit for this. They came in 77, and by 85 they were contending at that point.
Mhm.
And it wasn't like it is now, where it's like Vegas comes in and goes to the finals the first year. Back then, this is legit. You're getting nothing as for players that you got to build through the drafts. Very, very. I'll give them a lot of credit for that. They were
They had some
definitely
likable players too. I mean, George Bell. I used to love like when I would do baseball cards, and I would just remember certain players. I was a big Gary Carter guy, but my favorite Blue Jay was George Bell because I always liked how with some cards it was George, and other cards it was Jorge. So you didn't know what the
and
actual spelling was.
they had the best record in the league at this point. They were one game behind the NL team. But anyway, worst team in the AL.
It's a bit tougher. I'm gonna go Texas.
Can't really see him. It's Cleveland. You gotta see that. It's hard to get good pictures for this stuff. Best team in the National League.
Is it my cards?
The nine
Oh,
Mets.
it's Mets.
Nine Mets. And the worst team in the National League.
Don't be my Expos.
Oh,
Thank goodness.
that's a team that fell off quickly because they won the World Series in '79 and they were good for when they just went to shit. So that.
Well, we've seen that with like Miami or Florida, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, but even like them, they went to shit because they knew they were going to go to shit. They basically got rid of their entire team. So they legitimately bought their World Series and then were like, okay, everyone's out. But Pittsburgh just went to shit because they weren't good anymore. All right, music for the summer of 1985. I remember this stuff, man, for sure. Number 5, Freeway of Love by Aretha Franklin. Yeah. Number 4, St. Elmo's Fire by John Parr. Number 3, Never Surrender by Corey Hart. Number 2, Shout by Tears. I remember all these songs.
Yeah.
Are you in the same boat?
Yeah.
Very well remember these songs. What's the number 1 song, August 22nd, 1985?
Is it Land of Confusion?
Power of Love, You Lose the News. And
what's your favorite song out of those?
I'm gonna go Freeway of Love, Aretha Franklin.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I'm like Power of Love.
Power of Love. You heard it 1.5 million times.
Yeah,
but just you hear that title and all of a sudden you're reminded of that time and place when Freeway of Love was heard on the radio, and you're like, yeah, I remember going to the Market Square food court hearing this.
Yeah. Albums anyway. Number 5, Brother in Arms, Dire Straits, like a really good album. Number 4, No Jacket Required, Phil Collins. Number 3, The Dream of Blue Turtles, Sting. That's a weird one. Number 2, Reckless by Bryan Adams. And what is the number 1 album? August 22nd, 1985. Why Can't I Talk? I'm scared all these people are watching us. I'm terrified.
We are live.
Yeah, we're live, pal.
All right.
What's the number 1 album?
All the time in the world. Number 1 album. Man, is it? Run DMC?
Tears for Fears. Songs with a big cheer. I was never a fan of Tears for Fears. Didn't really
me neither.
All right, movies. And
what's your favorite album out of those?
Out of all them?
Yeah.
Brother in Arms. Oh, by a mile. Yeah.
Oh, really? No Jacket Required for me.
I'm not a Phil Collins guy, man. Anyway, movies. Number 5, Year of the Dragon. Number 4, The Volunteers. Number 3, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Number 2, Teen Wolf. What is the number 1 movie? August 22nd, 1985.
I feel like you can't go wrong with guessing a Police Academy movie, so I'm going to go with a Police Academy movie.
No, brother. It is
not. Back to the Future.
It is the great Back to the Future, man. And I got to tell, because I don't give it, no one's watched. I got to tell a story about this as a kid, okay? So as a kid, I'm 6. I think, no, I'm 7. And wait, what's this? What's this here?
I'm just so disappointed that I didn't think of Back to the Future. I thought of a fucking Police Academy movie.
So my father takes me to the movies, which is a rare occurrence. Okay, mm-hmm. Takes me to the movies, and we go see Back to the Future. And man, it was me, my father, and my cousin. My cousin was older than me by a couple of years. He would have been like 8 or 9, and I was just blown the fuck away by that movie. That movie blew my mind. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. How great it was as a kid. I was obsessed. Like, I'm talking 1,000,000% obsessed. When it came out of VHS, you had to pay $150 for a VHS. Basically, my mother bought it, and I watched the shit out of that movie. And a funny story, I watched it nonstop. Fuck, I still watch it now in my 40s. My mother had a friend that either worked at the movie theater but she heard that Part 2 trailer was before a movie. I think it was before Beetlejuice or something. They had a teaser of Part 2. So she took me to the movies to see the trailer. And I remember just going absolutely bonkers and couldn't pay attention to the movie I was watching. All I thought was Part 2. So I was a massive, massive, massive Back to the Future fan. What is your opinion of Back to the Future?
It's good. It's good. I remember Back to the Future to me didn't hold that special place in my heart. Like to me, I looked at it like an ASN great movie. You know, when you could have something like The Great Outdoors or trying to think of some other like Three Amigos or Short Circuit or a random Police Academy movie or I'll take pretty much any lighthearted Harry and the Hendersons type comedy
Over
or back.
this?
No, I'm saying and a Back to the Future over a more heavy-handed drama because I'm 5 at this
Oh yeah,
point.
you don't want to see the blind kid who's getting molested by his uncle and he's running down the street, shit like that. Like,
That said, I did
yeah,
like Masked. Do you remember Masked?
yeah, I do. I remember. I wasn't a fan.
And that was right around this time.
Yeah, Mask came out. I think the same. I think Mask came out in '84.
No, 85, I
I
think.
I know, like them stupid after school specials. They were so. That's why I hated Degrassi.
Really? I
Degrassi.
didn't mind Degrassi.
I hate it. It was so like learn your lesson. Don't get in the strangers' vans and have free candy on the side of it. Like just get in. Be curious what's gonna happen. I just did. I didn't. I was never a fan of them shows that were like teach you a lesson at the end. Even as a kid, I didn't like them. I thought they were stupid. I thought they were corny. And that's as I got older and we're kind of veering off or whatever. So I was watching when we got to like the '90s, and when I first got when Seinfeld first, because I was too young for Married with Children, so I didn't really. We didn't get it. I didn't appreciate it. I appreciate it now. But like Seinfeld was the first show that was like, fuck this learning your lesson bullshit. We're just really bad people, and we're gonna make it really funny.
No, I would say
Mainstream.
Married with Children before that. And
Well, no, but you didn't hear what I said about Married with Children. You must not have been paying attention. We didn't get it.
yeah, we did. Occasionally, I remember watching Married with Children as a kid.
Yeah, maybe
Watching that, and also I would say if you stayed up late, you could watch either SNL or
we're like fucking 7 and 8, man. We're not sitting until 12:30 to watch SNL. Like I'm talking about, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is what we're getting at is all them fucking shows that were like learn your lesson. Go fuck off somewhere. I don't care about your lessons. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of cocaine and OD and blame you for it because you told me about cocaine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find out. This is what's gonna happen to me as 8-year-old Scott. You ready? I'm gonna hear the word cocaine from Growing Pains. I'm gonna go and I'm not gonna pay attention to what they're saying. So think cocaine. What's cocaine? I'm gonna go steal money from my mother's purse. I'm gonna go get cocaine and do it and die. And I'm gonna blame Growing Pains because I died of cocaine because I didn't get through. I didn't get to. Wait a second. Hear me out. Because I didn't get through the episode at the end when they told me not to do cocaine. I didn't get that far into the episode, so now I'm a coke addict and I die from it, and I want them to be sued.
Here's how it goes. Here's the trajectory. When you're a kid, you're not concerned about cocaine. That doesn't fucking concern you. It's cigarettes.
Yeah.
Cigarettes are the children's cocaine because it's attainable, it's bad, and
well, you don't really see as bad. Like my whole fucking family did. They smoked around us. It didn't seem that bad.
I remember going to elementary school and there being like kids that smoked and
grade 3 just puffing away on their Marlboros.
Or the very first time I ever, and I'm sure it's different in different parts of the world. Some people may call it cutting class. Some people may call it cuffing.
We called it jigging, didn't we?
Jigging.
Or cuffing.
Cuffing I never heard until high school. Before then, it was always jigging.
So anyway, what were you saying with your story? You caught kids smoking. You told the principal because you were a little rat, right?
No, the very first time I ever jigged was with my friend Paul Burke. We went over the skywalk and up to Brunswick Square and Market Square, and we went around to different ashtrays looking for the longest butts.
What are you like? What are you in middle school at this point?
I'm in grade 3.
Grade 3, you're looking for cigarette butts. That's a nice little heartwarming story.
With my buddy, and just like I had been there before, and it was like many times with my mom, but like the way back was I was very I was getting nervous because I was like, "Am I sure? Am I 100% exactly how to get home?" And as soon as like I come into view, my mom and my grandmother and I think my grandfather as well. I think he was just getting into his truck. Um, like, Andrew, where were you? Because it was like
I was stealing cigarette butts. What I'm talking about?
because it was like 4:30. Because normally I would be home by 3,
Yeah.
and I was, I was taking my time.
I was at this weird house. I don't know. Someone just said, "Come to this house and hang out and get cigarette butts," and I just did that. That's the thing. And it's funny when it's about smoking because you were a late bloomer when it came to smoking.
Yeah,
You
I didn't
started
start
smoking
smoking
at,
until 23.
and I started smoking at 14,
Yeah.
and I was a heavy, heavy, heavy smoker. And then I quit. I do the vaping sometimes, but. But anyway, TV. We're not even doing TV yet. This is TV. This is a Thursday night, by the way. It's the summertime.
Okay.
I got this big screen on my end here. Let's see. I'm thinking Cosby, Family Ties, that whole jive right there.
I think NBC right until 10. At that
Something's
point,
going on at ABC. I don't know what the hell's going on over here at ABC. They're off the air for about 2 hours.
What the hell happened there?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe they were saying we can't afford to put programming on, so we're just going to leave that empty.
That's interesting as hell. That's got to be a fucking typo or something. I mean, how is that possible?
It was like, yeah, we can't compete with Cosby and Family. They can't compete with the NBC line. Like the hell of it, don't even put anything on.
But the thing is, they're repeats. So this would be the chance that you could have. Like this is like you want to win the night, put something original on.
This is look at the rating for Cosby, 20.9 on a repeat.
It's pretty good.
And if they only fucking knew what was going on. Well, I don't know if he was doing it to the girls there. But yeah, I'm definitely doing Cosby. If I'm even around, this is Thursday. Is this exhibition week yet?
Look at that hometown, eh? Almost winning the night. 2020 wins because it's 2020. But Hill Street Blues is really the anchor on that NBC lineup. Like people don't give a shit about Hill Street Blues compared to what's going on before then.
They won a ton of Emmys and stuff. They were no joke. I mean, they were pretty well received.
Yeah, but the ratings don't lie. People were steadily getting less and less. Like they tuned in for the Cosby Show. They didn't mind Family Ties.
Cheers at 16. But the repeats
Cheers
too,
and
right?
Night Court. Cheers and Night Court is a great combination. There's good 1-2 punch because it has a very similar vibe.
But the thing is, too, is repeats. You look at the repeats.
Yeah.
I mean, we went through this before with the ratings, how some ratings like are through the roof. But what's I gonna say with Hill Street Blues? Oh, I'll tell you what. This time, it's 22nd. I'd still be home. If this would have been the week after, I would be with my dad because it would have been exhibition week. He'd be racing all week, so I'd be hanging out with him all week and watching him lose, finish last. Like, yeah, you're the best, Dad. I'd be excited if he didn't finish last. Like, he finished 7th. We're right on, man. You got past that other guy. No, the horse went down. Oh, shit. Okay, well, whatever. It's either or. By the way, I'm going to be a guest on the podcast next week. I'm pretty excited for myself. Yep. Not that anything to do with wrestling, but I'm actually kind of pumped to be a guest. I've never been a guest before. I've always been the host. So I'm kind of excited to be a guest. Maybe I'll do something crazy like Madonna and jump on the table and show my titties. What do you think?
I don't recommend it.
No, not much to see. All right. Well, thank you for everyone that watched, which is 0. We appreciate you watching the Business Inc. If you're watching it afterwards, hit like, subscribe, and don't forget we're at 79. We need just a few more viewers to get that contest up and running. By the time it gets up and running, YouTube will be long gone. We'll be long dead at that point. We'll be dead for years. Well, I'll tell you something, man. The way I'm eating it, I could be dead about 3 days for all I know. So
I know you need to take better care of yourself because the calories are fine if you're willing to burn them off. And I don't know if you're doing much.
I am done. Not. No, I'm not. Just thinking, looking forward to that day when I'm in bed and like, this is it. Party's over. I'll call you and be like, this is the code to get to my house to get all the stuff off the hard drive. Business Inc.'s probably that other things. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again in another episode of Business Inc.
Bye.